Testing one, testing two. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to FRR. It's been a while since I've commentated in FRR. It's been like a month now. But we all have to enjoy our breaks and then come back from our breaks. But we are back in FRR for Season 3, Tier 1, Round number 8 at the Long Circuit of Singapore. I rate Singapore, it's a good track. It's a good track, but track position is key around Singapore. It is really key. It's very hard to overtake when you're running in higher winds and all that. I've just raced it on Friday, so yeah, I know all of that. I know it all. But yep, Singapore. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to wait and see. It looks like a nice dry qualifying. But yeah, track position is key around this, so if you're starting a pole, you could make your way to victory. But if you make a flow clean sweep. But if you make a single mistake around here, you'll see yourself into the wall and you could see yourself out of the race. That is the problem about Singapore. Any little mistake costs. So you just have to be so careful around Singapore. But looking at our driver standings then, Stocker leading the way by 17 points to TV8 Flow. So the championship standings are very, very close. Stocky over everyone, flow clean sweep. Some interesting comments going on in the chat. So yeah, Stocky. Stocky's going to get us underway for our first lap here. Unfortunately, we wasn't here last week, so we are very sorry, but we are back. So, around Singapore then, hitting now, we're coming up to turn number 5. And you really want to get on the power as soon as possible. And this is the only really overtaking spot, the main one. You have to really get a crucial exit, and ERS is so hard to save around here. And now coming around to turn 7, it should be turn 6, but there is a little kink on the straight, which I don't believe it should be a turn, but it is what it is. And now coming down to the famous turn 10. I wouldn't say famous, but it's coming down to turn 10. This bit is quick. Left, and then straight right, and then on the power. I want to avoid that inside curve, boys. You'll really find yourself a cropper there. Now coming around to turn 13. Short shifting up to third gear, getting on the power as quick as possible, and now coming down to turn 14. A little DRS straight there, not very effective in my opinion. But now down to turn 13. Don't want to run too wide there. You can try and abuse the track limits a little bit, but you don't want to risk it too much. Now coming around turn 16 and turn 17. Now under the little tunnel, I'd say. Yep. And into 4th gear, now coming down to turn 20, turn 21. Those corners absolutely perfect. And now coming around the final corner, little lift, straight back on the power, and across the line for Stocky. What's his first time going to be? It's going to be a time of a 37.8. That is the time to beat today. So have to see as we goes with a 37.9. So ain't that far behind Stocky. Junu Vane on a lap in the Alfa Romeo. We are expecting 2 more people here, so I don't know where they are, but we will wait and see as TV8 Flow goes a second quicker than Stocky with a 36.8. That is mental. But here comes Junior Vane then. Around the final corner, apparently deploy used, which is a bit silly. As across the line for Junior Vane. It's 37-4, so probably Stuckey has got a lot more time in that lap. As next across the line will be Rainer. 37.6. Also beats Stocky. Stocky not having a good first lap. Spandy on a set of medium tyres, but we're going to watch Scruff. The Alpine driver, is he actually going to be qualifying? He's never qualified in every time I've streamed, so he looks like he wants to actually qualify here today. I don't blame him because it is a hard track to overtake, so you probably want to get a bit of a move on to Scruff, showing his potential here. What can he do in that Alpine? Not seen him qualify, so it'd be nice to see his pace in the Alpine. Let's have a little look what he can do now coming around the final section as he's got his teammate close up behind him. That is Crazy Griefer. Oh, and Scruff is in the wall, and he's ripped apart his front wing, and that is his lap done and dusted for this one. Crazy Griefer sets a 37.4, and Scruff is in the pits, and Splandy next across the line in the Aston Martin has got blim fly on my face. And here comes Splandy then on a set of medium tyres. I don't know why. Night Owl 37.1. That's a very impressive lap time from Night Owl. Splandy rounds the final corner then. DRS open across the line. It's 38.45. So, yeah, it's probably the slowest actual run we've done. And Henkaz disqualified. Oh, that's very unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver. Nothing in his hands as well, and he'll be starting last. I think the game's been a bit too lenient with that. He shouldn't have been disqualified. He spun at the end of the day, so I think the game just needs to sort itself out. Hopefully for 2023, it's better. It doesn't disqualify people for blocking the pit lane. But Brad, next cross line in the Ferrari. DRS enabling across the line for Brad. It's a 39.0. That is the slowest of times that we've got at the moment. Obviously, Scruff, he's got no wing, and he finishes lap. Raza invalidates his lap. A good lap from Night Owl, though. He's shown his potential. Yeah, Raza invalidating, unfortunately. There's Stocky. Who'll be next? We'll be waiting for a little while. Are you excited for tomorrow's race, DT? That's good. I hope you have a good one. £10. So Stocky starting our lap, and again we're watching the Ferrari driver. We're too obsessed with him, but no, he is the first of our second runners today. So Stocky then. First sector time, what is it going to be? It's going to be a 27, not 1:09. He's down his first sector. What is going on with the pace of Stocky? He's not finding any pace at the moment, and he's probably a bit frustrated with himself a little bit. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh yeah, I did say I didn't realise Treyarch didn't say it 39.69. Treyarch apparently coming here with no practice and no setup, so that's a bit worrying. But he looks alright in P2 still. As we are watching Stocky, 3 temps up. Again, that is, it's only going to put him above Reyna. So he needs at least a 8 temp improvement if he wants to be near the top 2. So what's the onboard of Stocky? His lap is looking alright, to be fair though to him. There's now, it's not really riding that curve there. You don't really want to, as you probably lose a lot of time. Now around the final corner, a little lift and straight back on the power for Stocky. It's going to be a 37.3. That is a better lap from Stocky. It moves him up into P4. There's no way I've just seen 3 temps up in the middle sector from TV8 Flow. No way on earth. That guy is on a mission. The question is, can anyone stop TV8 Flow? DRS enabled, 2nd sector time, just about to come up. Oh my god, it's 6 temps up on his 1st sector. 2nd sector. This guy is on one. He doesn't need to come out again as Junuvane. Oh, a little snap there from that's going to lose him time. Junuvane up to P2 with 36.867. That mistake from Flo is going to cost him a 10th or 2. Oh, and he's hit his wing. He's hit his wing. So that 6/10th improvement is going to come all down to nothing because he hits his wing, and that is his 2nd lap done. He's going to get one more chance, I'm sure. He can find them 6/10ths again. Crazy Griefer in P6 at the moment. He has got a 37.435. A few temps would get him ahead of Night Owl, and that is what he's got. He's got more than a few temps. He's got 4 temps. That would put him into P4 and maybe challenging Treyarch, Junuvane. We'll have to wait and see what the Alpic driver can do. Very close to what everyone's going to be there. Stocking that. I'm stocking Crazy Griefer. Now rounding out the final few corners in the Alpine. And now coming up to the final corner. Deploy Use probably does that. Yeah, there you go. Around the final corner, he's invalidated. And what it was going to be a 35.8. That would have put him in P2. That would have put him in P2. So, very unfortunate from Crazy Griefer. Splandy sets 37.2 and moves himself up into P5. Raza has also invalidated. Got no one coming on the lap, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, back. So then, everyone just about on their out laps now. As I believe Brad will be our first person to start us. He's third and, well, he's second and final lap for Brad, as I believe he's only been out once. Scruff set at 54.8. I don't know if he's going to come back out again. We'll have to wait and see. As them watching Brad 3C White T in the Ferrari. As now he will be first start a lap using hot lap already to get himself a good exit. And a good start to his lap as DRS enabled, and Brad gets us underway with his first lap. Heading into turn 1 then. You can ride that curb and get away with spinning, really, but you don't want to go too much wider as you invalidate. Here, it's quite impossible to go wide. Take a nice entry in and brush in the wall there. That will lose Brad a tenth or two as Scruff does retire now. I expected it. Brad sets a 27.1, a 1/10 improvement, a 1.5 tenth improvement. That will lose him time a little bit off the track, but it just kept his two wheels within the white line. He is all over the place on this lap. What's going on, Brad? Oh my god. That's now coming around this twisty section, the quick left, and then a sharp right. And then avoiding that inside curb, lifting a little bit, avoiding it. Around this hairpin, second up to third gear now on the power, DRS enabled for the Ferrari driver. Second sector, 7.75 tenths improvement for Brad. That is going to get him into the low 38s at the moment, but won't be enough to move him anywhere if he can't find any more time. Again, Brad brushing the wall, and this time he's brushed the wall too many times, and Brad turns in too early, and he takes himself out of qualifying. P10, the highest he'll be starting. He turned in too early, and he hit the inside wall. He did a Monaco, and Brad is out. Focus our way to TV8 Flow. Have they got that 3/10 improvement? Well, them 6 tenths now in the middle sector. As the McLaren opens up the DRS. And he now's middle sector 4.75 of a tenths up. That's still competitive. Jinu Vane currently responding with that purple first sector. But Flo is currently up by nearly 5 tenths. And this guy, unless he makes any more mistakes, he is on for an absolute big flyer of a lap. Rounding the final few corners now. TV8 Flow coming to the final corner. Wheat is crashed. Around the final corner for Flow. It's going to be a pole time of a 36.1. That is mental. I don't know if Jinu Vane can respond with a 36.1. Jinu Vane only a 10.5 up. So that won't be enough to respond. Stocky across the final corner and across the line, it's going to be P5 highest for Stocky. And Night Owl has invalidated, and Trey RT is up. Junior Vane next across the line. Can he stop Flo from getting pole? At the moment, no. He just needs a mighty final sector. That'll probably mean he needs to cut the corners. Junior Vane now round to the final corner, and across the line it's only it's 36.4, so that is pretty good from Junior Vane, but it won't be enough to get in provisional pole as Trey RT has spun, and that's his lap over. Night Owl has invalidated. Splandy is up by 25 thousandths of a second. As we continue watching Splandy, then I think he'll be the only. Oh, well, actually, the Top Gun around the final corner for the Top Gun. And DRS enabled across the line. It's going to be a 37.1. Puts him into P7. Splandy next across the line in the Aston Martin. Rounding the final three corners. Can he get provisional pole? It's probably going to be a no, but it could be worth saying. And across the line for Splandy, it's a 36.8. That'll move him to P4. And Trey RT's got no more in that lap time. Rayner has invalidated. And Flo has finished his lap. There we go. Pole position goes to TV8 Fly with a 36.1. Yes, you heard me. A 36.1. That's astonishing, that lap time. So congratulations to Flo for getting pole position. There we go. That's your qualifying results. Flo, Genuine, Crazy Griever, Splandy, Treyarty, Night Owl, Stocky, Top Gun, Rainer, Razza, Wheat, Brad, Scruff, and Kaz. We'll get underway soon. How are we all in the chat then? How are we feeling for this long 31 lap race? Yep, it is long. But we have to put up with it. So how are we feeling? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think Flo has got that race pace to get that victory that is needed? Who do you think is going to win today? And I hope everybody's having a good bank holiday. Especially if you've been off school and that. A nice 3-day holiday. And for next Monday as well. So, lucky, lucky, lucky. And strike if you're at school and you're on strike. That'd be 4 days holiday. Even more lucky. Here we go then as the formation lap gets underway. And there's Flo on pole. Tyres. Pretty simple. So, Henka's hard, Scruff hards, Brad hards, Wheat hards, Raz hards, Rainer hards, Top Gun hards, Stocky hards, Night Owl hards, Treyarty hards, Splandy mediums, Crazy Creeper hards. Oh, and he's in the wall. Genuine hards. Flo. Have a guess. Hards. Pretty simple then. Splandy looks like he wants to get away and he wants to be aggressive. I don't blame him. And if there's an early safety car, that will gift Splandy a lot, so that will make it all things interesting. Splandy's probably going to have a nice aggressive start and try and get a bit of a move on. That's what he needs on those medium tyres. There we go, the drivers line up on the grid. Keep a close eye on Splandy, as he will probably get a good launch. A quick last drink. As Here we go, Lem. I can't see the lights. It's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. Is it a good start from Flo? It's not. Jinu Vane gets the good start as expected. Splandy looking up the inside. Flo under all sorts of pressure and there's contact between Jinu Vane and Flo, and that allows Crazy Griefer to get through up into P2 as Splandy did get a good launch, but Lem, he had no room to go down the inside. He's currently going down the inside up back to where he started in P5. As we continue our way, then Rainer and Trey Artini side by side, wheel to wheel, as there's all sorts of chaos going back here as Brad looking up the inside of the Alpha Tauri of Raza. Brad up into P9, the Top Gun down to P6, and Rainer still fighting along with Brad. Well, he's now fighting with Brad. Oh no, he's not, because the interval tells a lie. Stocky all the way down to P12. The championship leader not having a good start to this race. Needs to get a bit of a move on, in my opinion. There's yellow flag set to 2, and that is the person who we just went on board with, and that is Scruff in the wall with no front main. As Flo is gone. He's got an 8/10 gap. He didn't get that launch. As well. Jinu Vane got a better launch than Flo, but Jinu Vane went up the inside, a bit of contact. That allowed Crazy Griefer to move himself up into P2. Jinu Vane dropping off. He might have a bit of wing damage from that contact by the looks of it, as Night Owl is all over the back of Jinu Vane. Splandy also on the back, as he is very, very close to Night Owl. Remember, he is on hard tyres, and the Top Gun very close behind Splandy. There's yellow flags. I believe that's Wheat spun around at the final corner, and it spun around the start finish line actually. And we're currently watching the driver, that is Splandy. He's probably going to want to get a bit of a move on these medium compound tyres as he brushes the wall on the exit of his entry. That won't do any good for the Aston Martin driver. He's not going to be close enough to make the movers. Wow, Rainer 1 minute and 43 behind. Brad 1 minute and 46 behind Rainer. Pretty interesting. The game tells a lie. His flow is gone. It's flowing away at the moment with a 1.4 second gap. As movement over here, then looking for the move. We're watching Splandy as he's really getting close to the back of Night Owl. Is he going to look up the inside? He thinks about it and he's going all the way around the outside of Night Owl. Night Owl trying to defend this position, and now it opens up to Splandy for that inside line, but Night Owl covers it straight away. But is Splandy going to go up the inside? He is. He looks for the overtake. Night Owl's just going to leave him a little bit room. Night Owl has to run wide, but Splandy tries to get in position, but Night Owl defends off. Very good. Night Owl, seeing the pressure, deals with it fine and defends him very well. As Rainer's gone spinning. Don't know if he's got any wing damage, but he has lost a few positions. Raza Gamer losing the position to Stocky. Stocky's let through by looks of it, and he is up into P9. Stocky not the best restart. Brad falling 2.7 seconds off Trey RT. Night Owl just about staying within DRS range of Jinu Vane. Here we go then. Splandy looking close, looking tight to get that overtake, but he's just not going close enough to make that overtake. This is the thing about Singapore. As Stocky has been let through by Brad. Brad probably thinking, I'll defend you off. Don't worry. As all looking for the overtake is Trey RT, sending it on the inside, and he is now looking on the outside of the Top Gun. Now pushes it to the inside, and he's making contact, and it hits the wall of Top Gun, and Trey RT has to sit behind. That was very tight for Trout. He's switching to the inside to get that overtake done. Oh, and he brushes the wall again. As this battle is brewing up in the Red Bull Andretti, he has exceeded a little bit of track limits. Thank you for the follow as well, Manager 4. I can't pronounce the name properly, but I'll try my best. That's Splandy. He's looking to use all that ERS. He wants to get the move done, but he's using it all and not finding the way over past Night Owl as he sets the purple first sector. And he's also looking up the inside. He's really trying to force Night Owl to make a mistake so he can open the door. That can open the door for Splandy to get through his flow. 2.6 ahead of Crazy Griefer in a world of his own at the moment. Oh, and Splandy tapping the back of Night Owl. Now Night Owl feeling a tap there. That might not do his front wing any good from Splandy, but Night Owl didn't spin and he controlled that very, very well. There's yellow flags and Rayner is out of the race. He crashes and that could be a safety car as Rayner crashes, and that is his race over and done with. Got you this time, Fly. Oh, and in the wall. Both Ferraris spinning. Brad and Stocky spinning at the same time and at the same corner. One of them must have spun and then the other decided to follow as their teammates, but that is very unfortunate for both Ferraris. They are now out of the points and that don't do any good to Stocky's championship whatsoever. I think Brad might have some damage as he's going very slow. He must not be, but both Ferraris spinning at the same time. That is not good. DRS enabled as the Ferraris swaps around. Let Stocky fall in the drift 7.2 behind. That is not going to do him any good. And Night Owl brushing the wall. It's Top Gun getting very close. As they're watching Night Owl within DRS of Junuvane. Junuvane doesn't look like he has the pace. There's yellow flags, and that is the Ferrari of DB8 Flow! The leader, who was leading by 3 seconds, has now spun, and he turns the attention to Crazy Grief as he's under pressure from Night Owl and from Splandy. I don't know what happened there, but Flo's spinning, and in the pits is Trey RT. And our leader and two championship contenders both spinning in this race, and one of them dropping out of the points, and one of them win it, and one of them that was leading the race and is now in P3, and that is not good for TV8 Flow, as all that work is now undone. He's gonna have to go again. He has got the pace. He has got the pace to win this race, so by all means he will do fine. I'm very, very sure he will do fine. As gonna watch TV Flow, this will be good. The more Junuvane can hold up, great. motivate Flo, the more Crazy Griefer can try and pull a gap. That's what Crazy Griefer needs. He's got all the ERS in the world. He needs to save that one up. He needs to save the ERS up. Because Flo is going to have to use some of his ERS to get past Jinwoo Vane. And this has opened the door for Crazy Griefer now. This has opened all doors. He can now try and hold off Flo when Flo gets past Jinwoo Vane. So that will be all to play for. An early safety car could go Splandy's way. It comes between now and lap 10. He could venture on to a set of hard tyres and be in a great position. Flo still putting the pressure on Jinwoo Vane. Can't find a way past Jinwoo Vane. There's yellow flags. I believe that is for a TG wheat, and it is a TG wheat. Spun. That's very unfortunate for him. Is the gap between Jinwoo Vane and Crazy Griefer sticks at 2.6. Crazy Griefer will be liking this. He'll be liking Jinwoo Vane keeping Flo behind as there's yellow flags, and wheat is now out. And he has crashed it where Rain has crashed it, and that is a safety car. And that is opening the door now for Splandy, who started on a set of medium tyres. He can now chop over to a set of hard tyres. That has really opened the door for Splandy. What will Crazy Griefer do? Is he going to box? He stays out. Is Jinwoo Vane going to pull the trigger? Thinks about it, but no. Flo doesn't. Night Owl is going to come into the pits. Splandy goes into the pits. The Top Gun stays out. Razza is a little bit far away from the pits. Is he going to pit? Yes, he's going to pit as Henkaz stays out. Stocky needs all the track positions possible, but he's currently got a Delta, so he might lose positions here. I think Stocky's going to stay out as well. Yep, Stocky does stay out. That's crucial for him. Will Brad do the opposite to Stocky? Yes, he will. Brad does the opposite, and Stocky now is going to come out ahead of all the pitters. And he's now into P6, but he has got all the fresh tyre runners behind him. Excuse me. Treyarch stays out, and he goes up to P9. Scruff a little bit further back, but he'll catch up after that spin. Will Scruff decide to pit? Scruff. He's going to come in, and I believe that'll be good for a set of hard tyres. As we are in the safety car at the moment, let's look at our tyres. There's your tyres. Crazy Griefer, Jinwoo Vane, Flo, Top Gun, Henkaz, Stocky, all on a set of hard tyres. Night Owl on a set of medium tyres. Splandy, hards, Treyarch, Razza, Brad, mediums, and Scruff on a set of 1 lap old hards. Safety car looks like it will probably stay out this lap because Scruff has not caught up to the safety car. But that safety car has kind of screwed over Crazy Griefer in a nice gap to Janu Vane and Flo, and all that good work is done. Oh no! Crazy Griefer! He's gone spinning! I think he's nearly gone into the wall, and he's decided... no, I'm going to back out as safety car's in, and he's going to have to, and he took to the runoff area. He's now down to P6, and that leads Janu Vane to lead us the way. Very late call as well. But that's going to really unexpect the drivers and give them cold tyres. So here we go then. Janu Vane's going to right at the last minute, and he does, and Top Gun gets a good start, and it's flipping out, it's free abreast here as Stocky in P5, and Henkaz going through into P4. Night Owl is up into P6. Crazy Griefer now down 2 places. Splandy up the inside of Crazy Griefer, and Splandy's in the wall. Splandy is in the wall, and he's got no front wing. That is his strategy ruined. As here comes Night Owl to overtake Stocky, and he's using all of that ERS, and Stocky's trying to fight back, and he won't give this up with a fight. Stocky down the inside, Night Owl trying to hold it on the outside, and Night Owl just runs out of road, but he's now still on the inside, tries to break Laker. Stocky breaking even more later. Stocky's going to have the inside line, but he backs out, and that is going to gift Crazy Griefer to go around the outside of Stocky, and Stocky is losing 2 places in 3 corners. He tries to fight back to Night Owl, and he can't find a way past right now. And Trey RT, really looking, he's going down the inside at the hairpin, and he's pushing Stocky. They make contact, he moves to left, and that is just going to give gift Razza to get through. Stocky has lost 4 positions in 1 lap. Stocky's going to try and fight back. Razza's just going to leave him enough room, and Stocky has to clip to the curb a little bit. And Stocky having a poor restart. He's not going to be happy with that restart. We watch Night Owl. He's trying to get past Henkaz as Crazy Griefer and Trey RT up the inside of Crazy Griefer. Nice move. Easy does it. Trey RT up into P6. As Night Owl really trying to get past Henkaz. He's going on the traction. He's now pulling nearly alongside. He's trying to use that toe to effect. He's now using the RS. He pulls to the inside, Night Owl. He's in the better tyres. This is the better way to go around. And he's ahead. And gets the move done on Henkaz. Puts himself into P4. As Stocky lets Brad by. What is Stocky doesn't look like he has the pace. He should have probably pitted now. Because all those positions... That's not good for Stocky, but there's still 20 laps to go. And a long way. Crazy Griefer, his race is going worse and worse and worse as he is spun around again, and he's out of the points from leading the safety car. Now down. Then we continue away and Flo looking to get back to where he belongs. So here comes Flolem. He's going to open up that DRS. And he is not going to be able close enough to get past the Alfa Romeo as of yet. And it looks like it doesn't want to rain, because it isn't raining yet. As, oh my god, the Alpine's getting a bit Rodriguez Scruff punts the back of Crazy Grifo and hits the wall on entry. Both teammates getting a little bit too aggressive, and Scruff has ended up with no end plate. Oh, and Flo's got around again, and he's in the wall, and he's got no front wing, and he's reset to track. And Flo, what could have been and extending that championship lead, it looks like Stocky could be extending his lead now, as Flo has dropped it, but there's still plenty more time to go. Could be another safety car, but that is hurting Flo. Championship hopes could be going here today, as we only have 4 more rounds left to go after this race. And all eyes will be set to Flo and Stocky, but Stocky could extend his championship lead. But we continue away then. Now it's Top Gun versus Junuvane. Night Owl pushed up into the top 3. As here comes the Top Gun, he's using a bit of his ERS to get momentum. My words. As Razza up the inside of Henkaz. Aggressive but done. Nice move from Razza. Splandy does set the fastest lap of the race. Oh, and nearly losing it there on traction is the Top Gun. Nearly losing it. Night Owl sitting nice in P3 at the moment. And Brad and Henkaz side by side as Henkaz gets the move. Keeps ahead of Brad. Brad really piling the pressure on Henkaz on those fresher set medium tyres. He is wanting to get a bit of a move on Brad, as he is really trying to overtake Henkaz. He's really trying to get the move done. Nearly losing it on traction. He's now going to open up DRS. Not really going to be able to get past his Henkaz. Does have more ERS than Brad, but remember Henkaz is yet to stop. Brad could effectively get those tyres to the end, but it would be a stretch, so I think Brad would have to pit again. As the Top Gun looking for the overtake for the lead of the race, he pulls to the outside. Junuvane forced him to go all the way around the outside. He does go all the way around the outside. He has to go off the track, and Junuvane gets back ahead, but now the Top Gun going up the inside. Junuvane tries to turn in too early to get the move, and he does get the move, but he hits the Top Gun in the process. The Top Gun nearly spinning on traction as Trey RT now pulls to the inside, and the Top Gun just backs out of it. Top Gun going side by side with Junuvane. Junuvane turned in too early. There was contact, and the Top Gun nearly lost it. Nearly spun, put himself in the wall, but held very well from the Top Gun. Suddenly, Trey RT is looking good. He could be fighting for this victory as well. Suddenly, from where he was, as Junuvane really feeling that pressure from Night Owl. Yellow flags, and that is for Scruff, who is spun round right at the back there. He is having a wretched time in the Alpine, as Trey RT really looking to get past Night Owl, but Night Owl also looking to get past Junuvane, as Trey RT now gets the exit on Night Owl. He pulls to the inside, he's going to look it, oh, and he backs out. He could have probably got that done if he did go for it, but he sensibly backed out, so I'd say sensible move. I believe the Top Gun did have damage from that, so he's pitting earlier than he wants to, really. So he goes Night Owl using all of his ERS. He's got nothing left. But he wants this overtake. He's going to go way around the outside, but he's blocked off by Junuvane. Junuvane blocks him off, but now Night Owl gets a better exit. He looks up the inside. He absolutely sends it out the inside. Junuvane trying to keep his car in place. And Junuvane looking back up the inside. He taps the rear wheel of Night Owl. And now Trey RT trying to get involved. As Night Owl is now on the outside. He's not going to give this up. He's going to have to. And Trey RT just sitting back, getting his popcorn open and trying to get the lead. As Razza's now catching up, and a bit of contact there as Razza's looking closely behind as Trout. He's probably getting a bit frustrated as he looks like he's the faster car as Night Owl nearly loses it, and that gives the exit to Trey RT. Where's Trey RT going to have to go? He looks up the inside. He absolutely sends it. Night Owl trying to hold it on the outside. Night Owl left room, and Night Owl gets the better traction. Land Trey RT. Great racing between those three drivers. A little bit of contact, but just about fair. They all have no. Junuvane's still got a fair amount of ERS considering Night Owl. Considering that battle, I thought he would have used some, but fair play to Junuvane as that has released Razza now into this battle. Now Flo and what's his name? Flo. Well, yeah, no, just Flo. Now Flo is out the equation for the win. This has opened up the victory for anyone at this stage. This has really made a very interesting battle, as Night Owl is going to have to go once again, and Junuvane has more ERS than Night Owl. He's going to keep ahead on this occasion. Hello, D-Money! It's been a while. How are you? It's General Jake, by the way. Hello. Hello. As I was saying, Flo, who looked the fastest on track, spinning and braking his front wing. This has opened the doors up. It's now a four-way battle for the victory. So I thank Flo for this, because he's now made the battle for the victory even more interesting and running away with it. But it is Junuvane v Night Owl at the moment. Night Owl can't seem to get away past. Not bad. Man, just on lunch at work. Having a nice lunch. Good lunch. As we're still watching this battle, no movement's been made yet. As Trey RT getting really close to that wall. He doesn't want to get any more closer, as he would see that front wing gone. As we can't take our eyes off this battle for the victory at all, as it is chaotic. If there's a safety car right now, that'd be perfect to go on another set of mediums, as Trey RT probably wants to get the undercut. Ah, Chick-fil-A. Now, I've heard of it. No, thank you to the other guy. Yeah, Chick-fil-A. So not bad. Fair enough. Stocky gets a free sec. Chick-fil-A. Well, I'm not obviously American, but I watch someone's YouTube that is American, and they love Chick-fil-A. So I have heard of it, funny enough, because I watch another American's YouTube. So, have you got a chicken burger by any chance? As Brad gets past Henkaz up into P4. And now Trey RT probably wants to get the undercut. Probably wants to get the undercut on these three. Wish I was still racing this league. Favourite track to race. Do you know what? I have to agree with you. So Singapore's a very good track. And we do miss you, D-Money. I remember you racing. It was good times. As Night Owl really trying to get past. He's using the ERS. Is this the run he needs? He's looking. He's close. He's close. He's going to go up the inside to take the lead of the race. Junuvane trying to go around the outside. And there's even more contact between Night Owl and Junuvane, as Night Owl has to settle and stay in P2. As this battle's really brewing up. And all this is going to allow is Trey RT to catch up and get the undercut. So there's Trey RT. He is pushing with his ERS. Probably wants to get this undercut. Is Trey RT going to force the top three to pit earlier? Or the top three stay out? This is all this is doing. The fighting and everything is bringing Trey RT. He could have this massive undercut and he could be in the lead by the time they all pit. Like, especially if there's fighting. The undercut is very powerful. So I think Trey RT is in a good position to win here is in the pits. Henkaz. That's Night Owl. Still can't get the way past, but he knows Jinuvane's flashing now, so it's all down to DRS power. There's no ERS for Jinuvane as he's left with none, and he's left with Night Owl going up the inside, and there's even more contact, and Jinuvane's sent wide, and he keeps the position in the process. That could be a penalty post-race for leaving the track and gaining an advantage while keeping the position in the battle. That could be a penalty if it gets reported, as Splandy retires in the pits, and this battle for the lead is really brewing up now. As Trey-RT 20.9 seconds behind, so currently I think the undercut would now swing to him, so he will be in the lead of the race. So really these top three need to pit, but if Trey-RT is going to be that fast, we know he has the pace, they might as well pit as late as they can to have fresher tyres. Land Trey-RT. I just can't find a way past Jinuvane. No, Night Owl, he likes to report people. He could probably report Jinuvane for that and get him a 5 sec for that. But we never know. Sure, it's to even say NFA really. I think Jinuvane's going to pull the trigger. He's going to box Night Owl going for the overcut. Or he cuts that final turn. That could be a warning. And that is left Razza battling. He needs to give that place back for sure. Night Owl just needs to save the battery and then send it. Well, he's done that all the time, T-Money, and he's lost out, to be honest with you. But yeah, he should have gave that place back. He has box now, but I think he could get a pen for that. I think he should have gave the place back. But showing, let's have a little look where Trey-RT is to... Oh, wow. Well then, the undercut from Trey-RT is massive. And Trey-RT was sat P3. He was in the battle for the lead. He has decided to box early. And now Jinuvane is like 8 seconds behind Trey-RT. That undercut from Trey-RT has put him in the best position. That could put him in the lead of the race once everyone else pits. That is really crucial for Trey-RT. He's only 16.9 seconds. He was 20 seconds the last lap behind the leader. This is going to put him in the lead when the others pit. What a strategy call. What a strategy call from Trey-RT. Unless he did money, if he wasn't here before, Trey-RT was in the battle. And he's going to take the lead by like 8 seconds. Massive undercut. All these two need now, they need to go for fresher medium tyres than Trey-RT to have an opportunity to catch up as TV8 Flow yet to pit. The crucial time is Night Owl decides to stay out, Razza decides to stay out, and Jinuvane could get an undercut on Night Owl. That would be crucial as well for Night Owl and Jinuvane's battle. That would be very crucial, as well as Henkaz. Henkaz, 1 lap old mediums, 1 lap fresh tyres with Jinuvane. Trey-RT pitted, Flo has also pitted, and where Jinuvane came out, and where Jinuvane's come out, he's come out behind Flo. This undercut from Trey-RT and Flo has really put them in the places now. Big thing is though, Henkaz is in this. Henkaz is really in this. This has opened the doors for a lot of people now. Yeah, I do agree. Undercut's vital around here. Did show the tides, if that was alright with you. And that 3 sec from Razza, that's going to hurt him a lot. Night Owl needs to pit. He's going to leave it too late otherwise. He either pits now or doesn't pit. A little bit of lag spike there from my end, so I do apologise. As Night Owl really needs to pit now, whereas he's going to have a big ass to catch up. He's going to be undercutted by Henkaz. He doesn't. Razza doesn't. Henkaz could undercut Night Owl. And at this stage, that would be crucial for both alphas as well. They could be in the podium after this pit stops. But really, Henkas was nowhere near this, and look where he is now. A potential undercut of Nightowl, who leads this race and probably needs to look for a safety car. Is Nightowl going long? Is he going long? Is he going to go to the end? Is he going to make it even more interesting? I have to wait and see what he does. He either goes to the end or doesn't. Or he's waiting for, or he is trying to go to the end but wait for a late safety car that would put him right in the foot, and that could really help him. A late safety car lap 27, laps 28, him leading as well. That would really help Nightowl out, because everyone else, he'll probably pit, everyone else will probably follow him or don't follow him. That could be a prime spot for Nightowl. But at the moment, he's seen himself in the lead, yet to pit if he does need to pit. He doesn't. It's not mandatory to pit. It depends if his tyres get to the end. Everyone a bit spreaded out. We did have a good battle bow before, and now everyone's a bit spreaded out because obviously people are yet to pit. Has to be hoping for a safety car. Mediums could maybe last, but people with fresh tyres should be able to get kind of easy. Yeah, I do agree. At this rate, Trey RT, if Nightowl decides to stay out, Trey RT's sitting 12 seconds adrift from Nightowl. The gap was 20 seconds about 3 laps ago. It's now 12 seconds. So at this rate, if it was to go to the end, Trey RT, he wouldn't catch up by 3 seconds. That's not good for him. But at this rate, Trey RT probably would not catch up. It wouldn't be enough. But he needs to keep chipping 2 seconds off each lap to catch up to Nightowl. If this is the case, if Nightowl is deciding to stay out. So at this rate, it could go down to the final 2 laps. But obviously, remember, Nightowl's tyres is going to go off even more now. They're going to go off a lot more. Trey RT. So Trey RT will probably start to reel in Nightowl. And Top Gun, I can't remember what tyres Top Gun was on. He's on 7 lap old medium, so Top Gun could go to the end. Top Gun can go to the end. Trey RT can go to the end. Flo could go to the end. Genuvain, Henkas, Crazy Griffith, Stocky can all go to the end. Scruff is nearly lapped, so unfortunate. So top 3 it will be tight. Trey RT gets a free sec, that's not good for him. There you go, 11.3, Trey RT's really closing in. It's all about the strategy call. This race is still interesting. But what is Nightowl trying to succeed here? If he pits now, he will come out behind Henkas. Henkas 22.2, so that is about the pit stop as well. And with warming up those tyres for Nightowl, he has to warm up the tyres as well. So he will drop down behind Henkas. And that is crucial. From where he was fighting for the lead now in a situation whether he stays out and tries to go to the end and get a top 3, or he pits and goes down below P8. If you was in this situation, everybody in the chat, what would you do in Nightowl's situation? What would you do? Would you stay out, risk it for a chocolate biscuit, or would you pit and come out where? Behind Henkas? It's all questions to ask, really. DT, you would risk it for the chocolate biscuit? I mean, if you've got nothing to lose and you're not really in a championship battle, why not? As Nightowl is only a reserve as well, so he hasn't raced all season. Nightowl hasn't actually raced all season. He's only a reserve, so Nightowl is in a situation where he might as well risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Otherwise, he's got nothing to lose, Nightowl. If anything goes wrong, it is what it is for Nightowl. So he's in a situation where I think he should stay out. I'm staying out until the tyres blow. Yeah. Yeah, good decision right now. Yeah. But in another league I saw mediums go 20 laps. So that could be interesting. Trey RT 8.8 behind. Realistically, it will be... Oh yeah, lags. Anyone like some yellow flags? I think it's Scruff who's lapped. Realistically, TRT is 11.7. Is 11.7 behind with that 3 sec. We're watching the Red Bull driver. He's getting close to the Top Gun. Top Gun getting close to Brad. Brad feeling the pressure, but we got to mention Night Owl. He needs to stop using the ERS at certain bits. He needs to save it, because if Night Owl is staying out to the end of the race, Night Owl needs ERS to defend. See, look at that now. Using it now. He needs to save up. Do you agree? Because if he's going to be a fight and Scruff's gone again, if he is going to be in the fight for the lead of the race and he's staying out, he needs to defend with ERS. He's got to stop using ERS. It's now Brad. Brad, 16 lap old mediums. So Brad's the same with Night Owl, so at least top 3 are going to be feeling the tyre wear. There's no way he's going for it. The Top Gun gets close, and he's not close enough to make the overtake as Brad goes deep. Top Gun's now got to be careful. He's going to have the Red Bull TRT behind, and this is now a battle that could be crucial for TRT. That could be crucial for the Top Gun if they want to win. They need to get past Brad ASAP, and that is what the Top Gun is doing. Up the inside of Brad. Brad makes contact. Brad turns in. He hits the wall, and the Top Gun spins around. And contact there. Brad's going to have some wing damage in the Ferrari, and he's just holding up TRT every time. TRT now losing time to the leader because of this. Yep, I agree with you there, DT. TRT really getting held up. Gap now is 8 seconds, 8.1. He's really trying to get past Brad. Is Brad going to really stay out and hold up TRT? Yes, he is. That gap is coming down. Is going back up to the leader, and this is going to help Night Owl. TRT needs to get this done now. He goes up the inside of Brad, and he gets the position done. Brad has probably got some wing damage as TRT makes a little bit of a mistake there. And Brad is probably struggling after that contact with the Top Gun. This TRT is gone. He is gone. And TV8 Flow next now to take on Brad. The gap between the leader 8.8, so 8.1, sorry. So TRT's lost 3 tenths for that. That could be crucial, especially with a 3-second time penalty. I think what happened there, if you've got your own thoughts, let me know. But I feel like Top Gun goes up the inside, Brad turns in, and then he hits Top Gun. Brad gets probably a little bit of damage, but it's not visible. And Top Gun just spins on traction after that. It's TV8 Flow. Brad has definitely got damage. He hasn't got any end plate damage, but it doesn't show. He can have yellow or yellowy greenish damage, which doesn't show. But that's what I think he's got. TRT has to get a move on. He's going to have to really get a move on if he wants to win. He's got a 3 second. A safe gun now for Night Owl would be perfect as Flo nearly punts the back of Brad. A safety car for Night Owl would put him right in the foot of it. Especially with 3 people with 3 seconds behind him. As Flo could be in the contention for the win as well, because he hasn't got a penalty. TRT has, and Flo gets past Brad. Brad now under pressure from Junior Vane. Junior Vane now up the inside of Brad. He gets the position done. Remember, and Brad has to take to the escape road to avoid collision. Just a reminder, Junior Vane is on fresher tyres than Flo. Junior Vane could still win this. It's everyone's go. It's everyone to play for. Night Owl could win. Prada could still do something. TRT is definitely in a contention of winning, but Flo and Junior Vane are even in a better contention of winning if they stay within 3 seconds of TRT and Night Owl start catching up. Just look at that, Flo struggling. He's on 13 lap old mediums. Junior Vane's on 7 lap old mediums. Junior Vane needs to get past it. He's going to be faster than Flo. This is all played into the hands of Junior Vane pitting. You may think, oh, he's fell apart, but he's only 8.6 behind. Oh, it goes a bit deep there. He's only 8.6 behind Night Owl. Junior Vane could still win this race from where he was. Flo could still win this race from where he was. TreeRT can still win this race. Razza and Night Owl. Razza's closed in a little bit on Night Owl. Night Owl might be struggling a little bit now. Look at that graining on those tyres. Those tyres look done. But Night Owl is still trending them home. He wants this win. He's got nothing to lose. He just needs to take it a little bit more easier to try and get those to the end. He has got TreeRT catch him, but TreeRT has to get past Razza first. Guys, who do you think in the chat? Night Owl, Razza, TreeRT, Flo, Junuvane. One of those could win today. If you're in the chat, who do you think is winning out of those 5? I reckon Junuvane. Junuvane's on fresher tyres than Flo. If he gets past Flo, that'd be crucial. Junuvane doesn't have a penalty. TreeRT has a penalty, even though he's on fresher tyres. So Junuvane needs to get past Flo. It's the Top Gun. Oh my god! Brad and the Top Gun are back at it again, and this is contact. They made contact 2 laps ago, and this is going to be some heated rivalry between Brad and the Top Gun. There's really the Top Gun looking up the inside, just not close enough to get the overtake done. This will be some rivalry between these 2 drivers, as they did make contact earlier. I don't think Brad's going to stick up for that contact. And Brad is really slow. He's all over the place with that damage. He is not liking this. The Top Gun really having to brake, and I think it's frustrating him in all sorts of ways as he's really getting close to Brad. Brad gets the better exit. And the Top Gun still has to sit behind Henkaz. Crazy Griffin now all behind Brad. Brad not looking very fast at the moment. Night Owl under 2 seconds now, and TreeRT 3.3 behind. Oh, this is going to go down to the wire. This rate, TreeRT is forecast to catch up on lap 30. And I did say, with 2 laps to go in the race, that's where TreeRT will catch up to Night Owl. But at the moment, if it was to stand like this, as Top Gun goes for the overtake on Brad up the inside, and Brad tries to defend, he's going to have to go off to the escape road again, once again. We're going to turn our attention now to the battle for the lead. As it stands, Flo would be up to P2. Junuvane would move up to P3. He could. And Razza's really struggling, and the more Razza holds up TreeRT, the more it's going to hurt TreeRT. Night Owl, he's only got a little amount of ERS to defend with. All of these drivers don't have LD and ERS to play with. Razza's really holding up TreeRT. He is really slow on those old tyres. TreeRT's probably thinking, move out my way. Oh no, and TreeRT nearly loses it. And that's going to open the door for Flo, as Flo looking for the overtake on TreeRT. He nearly taps the back of TreeRT, as Junuvane now looking for the overtake on Flo. He looks up the inside, not going to be close enough, and the gap is still there, 2.8. Night Owl is driving a fantastic race at the moment. Razza's gaining the Night Owl. Night Owl must be struggling a lot now. He's got 3 more laps to go after this. Come on, Night Owl, you can do it. As there's a big battle going on for Henkaz, and there's a big battle going on for TreeRT, but we will always focus as TreeRT. It's getting all out of shape there. We're focusing with this battle, because this could decide the win. I think Night Owl's got this if TreeRT can't get past Razza, as Scruff gets a 3-second time penalty. TreeRT needs to find a way past. Remember, that 3 seconds going to hurt TreeRT in all sorts of ways. Razza tries to defend to the inside. TreeRT's pulling to the outside. Razza can't do anything about it. TreeRT moves up into P2, and Razza can now go and hold up Flo as Razza goes off the track. And that's what TreeRT needs. TreeRT needs Razza to hold up Flo, to hold up Junuvane, if TreeRT is to win this race with a penalty. And Razza's doing a right job of it. The gap between Night Owl and TreeRT is 1.3 seconds. And TreeRT is going to catch up on the second to last lap, as expected. As Flo now really getting close to Night Owl, to the Razza. Razza under pressure. Razza's looking everywhere. He goes deep. That's going to give the better exit now to Flo. Flo needs to really get a move on if he wants to win this race from where he was. And Flo can't do anything about it as he looks up the inside. He's not going to be close enough. As Treyarch now close enough to Night Owl. If Flo doesn't get past, Flo's going to have to get past Night Owl and Treyarch to keep within 3 seconds of Treyarch. Night Owl's got 21%. Razza catching up. If Razza gets DRS, that's going to hurt these two. Treyarch pushing Night Owl through the corners. He's got some good overtakes here. And he tries to get the overtake done, but he loses it on traction. He now opens up the DRS. Night Owl trying to defend. I don't think he's got any tyres. The defender's in the background as a move. Flo gets past Razza. Junuvain gets past Razza. Razza comes across and loses 2 positions in 1 corner. That's crucial for Flo, as he's now got to try and stay within 3 seconds of Treyarch. Treyarch trying around the outside. Now trying on Night Owl. Night Owl really under pressure as here comes Treyarch. And is he going to take the lead of the race? Night Owl won't give this one up as Night Owl, he tries to defend, and Night Owl, his lead has come to an end on lap number 30 as Junuvain is now side by side with Flo. Flo up the inside. Flo very aggressive. If Flo stays within 3 seconds of Treyarch, Flo can win this race. He needs to get past Night Owl. He has to get past Night Owl. Night Owl's now going to be the train here. Night Owl's tyres are really dying. Flo has to get past now. He has to go for it. Night Owl really defending his position. He does not want to give this up. As here comes Flo. Deviate Flo for the overtake to take B2. He just can't find a way past Night Owl. Night Owl now does not get the exit. Flo gets the exit that's needed. They are side by side, wheel to wheel. As Flo looking up the inside, this is determining the lead for Flo and for Night Owl. As this is all this is doing is letting Treyarch pull away as Night Owl tries back up the inside and Flo goes too deep. Night Owl stays ahead. Night Owl now side by side, and this is all kicking off in the background as Crazy Griefer looking for the overtake, and Treyarch's pulled 3 seconds. That could be the win. That is what was needed for Treyarch. As now Junuvain trying to get past Night Owl. He does get past Night Owl as Crazy Griefer trying to get past Night Owl. He also gets past Night Owl. Crazy Griefer now trying to look for the position on Junuvain. It's chaos. On lap number 31. It's all brewing here as Crazy Griefer looking for the overtake as Night Owl. And Henkaz up into P6. I don't think that strategy has worked for Night Owl and Razza. As here comes Razza, let him up the inside of Henkaz. He's got no tyres left. He makes contact. He nearly spins. And he is now going to fall a cropper to P7, now to P8. As Flo is really pushing. If he can get 2 temps on Treyarch, he can win this race. He's within 2.9 seconds. Treyarch and Flo. It's going to be between those 2 drivers. 2.9 now. 2.8. Junuvain still in this. He could snatch a podium. He's 3.3 behind. 2.8. Treyarch needs a good final sector to win this race. Night Owl loses to Henkaz. That strategy is not done well for Night Owl. TV8 Flo 2.7. 2.7 now. The championship. If he wins now, right now, he will take the championship lead. As there's yellow flags and Treyarch's in the wall. No, Treyarch and Brad is out of the race. And Treyarch's in the wall and Stocky's got a 5 sec. And that has just gifted the win to TV8 Flo as around the final corner. Flo wins the race and Junuvain finishes P2 and Crazy Griefer finishes P3. Henkaz P4. Razza, after all of that, takes P5. Treyarch slowing down. I think Night Owl's got a puncher. He's going very slow. I don't think he does. But Treyarch across the line. And he crashes it in P6 as Night Owl does have a puncher. His tyres give up, but P7 for Night Owl, P8. And the championship leader, that championship lead is not his anymore. It's Stocky, P9. A race to forget. And his championship lead is lost. What a race. Who thought that would be boring in Scruffy? Nice. Don't know what it was. Wow. A race. A massive battle for victory. That was probably the best races I've commentated on. What's your thoughts on it? Everyone in the chat. Wow. What a race. What a race. And my driver of the day, it does go to Flo, obviously. The game gets given, whoever the game gives. That's the driver of the day. But if it was me to pick, I'd give it to Flo. Flo, funny enough, after all of that, ladies and gentlemen, after all of that, the top three stay where they started. How crazy is that? Oh my god. How crazy is that? Flo, Jinufeng, Hengaz, Raza, Triati, Night Owl, the Top Gun, Stocky, Brad, Scruff, Splendid, Wheat, and Raza. Championship leader loses it to Flo today. Race to forget. Top three can't do interviews. All of that work, been it in life. I agree with you, D Money. All of that hard work. He would have probably got P2 or P1, and he's just bottled it in the final sector. Absolutely great race to commentate on. Fantastic race. See, it was all boring at one stage, but the strategies all came to show, and that is what made everything interesting, everybody. And that is it for that race. And does anyone else want to go again before we end off? Any last thoughts in the chat before I say goodbye? Well, good race to watch, and it was good to have you watching the second half of the race. I feel like you have enjoyed watching that end part of the race, D Money, because I think you enjoy watching it. Hopefully one day. Yeah, we do miss you, D Money. Trust me, we do miss you. But it was nice to see you in the chat, lurking around still keeping an eye on FRR, on the best place to race, as you say, best place to race. I think that was a bit of a rhythm. A bit of a rhythm there. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that has been tier 1. Good luck. Good talking to you. Take it easy. And very good talking to you as well, D Money. Very appreciated you watching, joining, and enjoying this race. Take care of yourself. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was tier 1 today. And I thought it was just going to be a solo, easy race to commentate on. Nothing to really talk about. But other than that, we did talk a lot, and I really enjoyed that race. That was really fun and really enjoyable to watch. But for today, that has been FRR Season 3, Tier 1, Round number 8, around the circuit of Singapore. I'm your host, General Dake. Take it easy, and we will see you next week. Well, we'll see you tomorrow in Tier 2 if there's a stream. If not, I'll be seeing you next week for Tier 2.